In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to size battery bank for off-grid system. We can use different types of batteries to store energy, lead acid, AGM, lithium, but not properly designed systems are going to fail. Welcome back to my channel Off-Grid with Laszlo and Renewable Energy. When sizing a off-grid system, follow these steps to find out exactly what will cover your energy needs. First, calculate your monthly kilowatt-hour usage. How can you do that? Add up your kilowatt-hour usage for 12 months from your electric bill and divide by 12 to figure out your average monthly consumption. After, divide your monthly kilowatt-hour usage by 30 to estimate your average daily kilowatt-hour usage. People consume more electricity during the summer and winter when the AC or heat is running. If you don't have an electric bill, you can buy this plug-in electrical power consumption wattmeter. This device can collect the data for you. The only thing you have to do every day, just plug in something. While you are doing this, you can check the total power consumption in kilowatt-hour, time in minutes, hertz, voltage, and more. The other way you can get this information by checking the home appliance labels for the power consumption. I recommend to get a pen and paper to write everything down. If there is not enough information on the label, using this formula, we can find it out very easily. Let's have an example. Your home probably have much more appliances that I'm listing right now that draw more loads as well. For off-grid systems, an inverter converts DC to AC power and always consumes a small fraction of generated power when running. For example, let's assume my inverter uses 70 watts and runs for 10 hours a day. We need to add that to our power load. Also, we have to account for inefficiencies in our overall system that usually ranges between 5 to 15% and depends on the type of the inverter we use and how much load we draw. In order to compensate that, we need to oversize our battery bank. This is quite an important step to consider when sizing our system, so make sure not to skip it. The size of our battery bank will depend on the amount of backup power we will require to run our appliances. Your first step is to decide what battery voltage you are going to use in your off-grid system. In most scenarios, a battery's output voltage will be rated either 12 volt, 24 volt or 48 volt. 12 volt perfect for smaller solar systems, 24 volt good for medium systems, 48 volt ideal for large solar systems. Take a look at your inverter spec sheet and see what the efficiency rate is. If it is 90%, you will of course have to add 10% to your daily load sheet. According to our example, our consumption is 40,240 watt-hour. We multiply this one with 1.1, we're gonna get 48,664 watt-hour. Next, account for temperature fluctuations. Temperature fluctuations affect battery efficiency. You should expect batteries to become less efficient in winter. Both lead acid and lithium-ion batteries operate in varying efficiencies in colder weather. Let's use lithium batteries in our example and multiply our battery capacity by 1.2. If you use lead acid batteries, multiply your battery capacity by 1.6. You also have to account for efficiency loss for charging and discharging batteries. Efficiency loss for lead acid is 20% and for lithium-ion batteries 5%. Additionally, you have to decide how many days you want your battery system to be able to supply you with energy in case there is a number of consecutive overcast days with no sun. Generally speaking, it should be between 2 to 5 days at least. Now, multiply your battery size by the number of days you want. In this example, we will use 3 days. I am sure you have noticed temperature changes, inefficiencies, and battery type make a major difference on the overall size of your required capacity. To convert from watt-hours to amp-hours, simply divide the battery capacity by its voltage. Keep in mind that you will need to account for your battery's depth and discharge rates. For lead acid it is 50% and for lithium batteries 90 to 100%. If you plan on building a lead acid system, you will essentially need to double your required battery capacity in order to have the correct capacity. Otherwise, the batteries will degrade too much within very short time. After we have correctly sized our battery bank, we need to figure it out how much power we are going to need to recharge it. In my upcoming video, we are going to calculate the solar array and the inverter size for this battery bank, and we are going to have a complete picture how they are working together. I want to tell you again, this is an example and your home probably have different loads, more or less appliances. There is a lot of way to save energy, and the backup generator can make a big difference as well. To oversize a battery bank always suggested, I really recommend to buy the same brand and amp-hour batteries, especially if you want to have a closed-loop communication. In the description I will have the website where I purchase most of my batteries from. Please check them out as well as my other videos. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it so. Have a wonderful day and see you in the next one.